Moment twaso na yen dwudwa nsem nim. Now this is a very good one. Me pese me de chiro. Ye obi anko ntokwa o. Ukoko ntokwa ba ukoko ntokwa ba na ya be chirichirim. Na ye de TikTok judges. Bebre wo ho. Ye de bebre. All right, now government officially renames Kotoka International Airport Accra International Airport. This is what we call a government that is ready to make change. And Menoka say, abaya eteso John Dramani Mahama abayin atsesa Kotoka International Airport din edia edaso Accra International Airport. Accra International Airport. And then the NDC government led by John Dramani Mahama, the transport minister, and aviation minister, whatever, they have done a marvelous job. Today, we don't have a traitor, a murderer, and it didn't die at airport. So today, we have Accra International Airport. And this is a government that is gradually, slowly tweaking, intertwining, changing things positively to basically make Ghana a better place to live in. We are Ukrainian, be proud. We are Ghanaian, be proud. We are Ghanaian, Odo Ghana, or respecting Nkrumah. You adore and respect Nkrumah's legacy. This is an achievement. Nkrumah is for just let applaud John Mahama and the NDC government. They have shown, say, they will protect this country. The legacy of this country. Adjunipa. In the end, Kotoka, a traitor, a murderer, a dishonest military officer. Today, ye airport. So let's try. From today, try Accra International Airport. As time goes on, Inti Accra International Airport is the new name of Ghana's international airport. And this is what we've been talking about. They are just distracting themselves. They are not distracting anybody. Mama didn't distract them. Abawe is still focused. Abawe is delivering, doing its job. The job now, Abawe, we as Ghanaians, we need to rally behind the government and support the government. It is never going to be rosary. And yet, and ya de bia be de aban na ya gifree enkwasiafo MPP fo nsem na oman no nyoma kobone enti sa aban bia besoma it is not going to be that easy for aban no, but this is the first time you aban a on complaining aban a why na adwene say it does not matter the problem obeto ye no be solve it. Enti we need to understand say it is not going to be easy in the first term of John Mahama way and yet easy sir. We all have to understand say e be din kakra. So all try to solve problems. To say it takes a long time, kakra. We are seeing a little bit of problems here and there. Sanity, nobody or Ghana can crash me and they will say, oh, Kajo Mahama buy and go say at the end of the day, no, Bibia dabi. Muna muni baby on my way could do on my way sin trasi. Ye sika some say ye Bibia say ye school some quine and yet ye hospital, ye update hospital, ye retuli hospital, ye to me yet fast ye Bibia. Inti for a government to come in, Memetiano, Macacham dada, and ye Bibia in the bed. It do sometime I'll see a cadia ding, I'll say you ni na ye fa de more dimu na yan answer a bit to realize the day, inti I am nyina yambo and to my po, and I say yen shem yen to mu ding. Because enya easy sir, but enya anticipate ye who changes no, ye who changes na on my way come, ye who positive change no, ye who president no, and the commitment to changing this country, the fortunes of this country basically turning out to be good. Sani a mind. Enya atro a nipa baba hyehyɛ space fun bi abɛdada nipa disrespect ye edi omo nkwan nuanom omo fase omo nuanom abegu Jubilee House enunum wi dabi. This is a government that is realistic. The ama aban way different from aban nyina ye hunu say this John Mahama's government a very realistic government and sugar coating nyama de enko ye robaga de Jack we ho kyere ye tumumi nyina ntiase na yen di ho dwuma na yentene no. That's how governance is. And people for the so much Jimmy. Dede no mo ye and na koko na dabi. We all know they na on my way as say akosi. Ye nyina ye nim. Omo mu di yesika ye pe ekwan bia so mo nyina ya twe omaso. And na from I've been hearing people talk about and accountability near the other. Who doesn't like accountability? But more amuye de nyina say ye NDC for accountability nko so no. Wanga sankasa odo wasem kokota how many days lady? So you need to understand, as much as you feel say accountability check, it's a process. Unless you want to tell me say or say abine ever kuti kwanso na sebi or prosecuting kofo, and that is what that is not what we all believe in, because ochina won't so better be no. But that does not mean say we cannot ask for accountability. We need to ask for it, but realistically we need to understand say oh chichire mine, oh recalibrate mine, oh ma or minor sabe sin that dem senya e was say ya nyoma bi wo ha enye easy sa amanfo de ebufuo ena ekasa, and I understand nipa bi wo ha omakuma yomu hu here for the past 8 years no ama omakuma ebri into omu say MPP for na horses repent omakuma yomu ya. That is fine, but you see, let the process work, let the process go on, because Sebio Ghana any problems in Ghana jailing people. We have more pressing issues the same as jailing people, no, and so here into accountability, no, it should also go with infrastructure. Accountability, no, it should also go with economic recovery. Accountability, no, it should also go with dollar to cedi exchange rate. Accountability, no, it should also go with interest rate. Accountability, no, it should also go with other things. So we cannot say because of accountability nothing should go on. No, we all want the accountability, but see a process of femuno and yet as ridiculous and tedious as putting somebody before the law court. Say a big push kwine. Sa process of femuno and yet as tedious and rigorous as putting somebody, a political actor, in front of the court. Let us be realistic sometimes too. Let us be realistic. As much as you are frustrated, I'm frustrated. I wish our court were fast track court, as some court within a week, but we don't have the luxury. We don't have that access. Now we have to push for our courts to be working faster. Processes our court can be faster for us to see how things will go. But as we speak, there's red lights. There's a red traffic light at the court. How are you going to get the things moving? And I'm not cutting slack for the Attorney General. He needs to also find ways to make things move. As much as you person way koye no, I'll see making sure say we musu koye, because say the other part of development now koso na ye accountability. Let's go to court. You go court to ya ebe na light bill. You go court to ya ebe na edidi. You go court to ya ebe na ya kwan. You go court to ya ebe na $1 na perform. So as much as we are focused on the prosecution, we should also focus on the delivery and what is really changing our lives. So I understand, I agree. We are all angry. You are not angry. But what we need to understand is your mind things should move in a certain way. Some are going to be faster than others. And so person judge NDC about way our development, economic recovery near the it's about 90%. When it comes to accountability, the government is struggling. Why is the government struggling? Because maybe the process accountability film, the process maybe a court proceedings film, no, it is not as easy or smooth as maybe passing a bill to make sure say BBC. Until we need to get the dynamics right. We need to get the dynamics right. And there are some people who, for a long time, manage this nation. Mamika be bincha Ghana for. Whether we like it or not, our judiciary was affected. Ekufuadmo air destruction. No? And you cannot say, 8 years now, destroy Ghana. No? It did not affect the judiciary. It did. It did. When I see people on TikTok, when I see people speak about why are court cases not moving, why are we not criticizing somebody? The issue is the last week, about the adjournments. I hate it. It is too much. And the Chief Justice should do something about it. The judges are supposed to know, say, sitting on cases a almost full-time job. And that if they think, say, maybe I may to me, you just let the Chief Justice know, no change, you know, do be able to now, because we cannot have so many adjournments. But the fact of the case is also, say, they be able to say MPP diska, MPP say minor, MPP say minor. We need to understand that judiciary so can. We were all angry because under Madam Tokono, we saw how the judiciary was brought to its knees. So say I can say or minor say it is not just only the economy. It is not only the education sector. It is not only the health sector. It is not only the infrastructure part. It is also the judiciary. We need to do a lot of work to get the judiciary effective the way we want it to be. Until we cannot criticize and making it look like, say, Ekufuado be the president, he didn't touch the judiciary. So the judiciary has been fluid till now. No. And I'm not saying, say, Obi judiciary wa odi bonibi. I will not sit here and say that. But we need to understand, say, that season na ye fame no, that horror movie na share no, for 8 years no, we know say the three arms of government baby are taking a big hit pa a judiciary. The legislature, the executive, and the judiciary no, baby a Ekufuado, Eden and Saki kan pa. It is the judiciary. So it is not easy. And let us be honest enough with ourselves. There are some judges in our judiciary, with all due respect, maybe they are also aligned to some other people. And they are judges, so they are not aligned to anybody. And there are some, so we need to understand these dynamics are all there. It ain't mean sorry, Nyanka say, because we want this, it needs to happen today. No, we need to look at the process. We need to look at things we can do to make things better. As much as we are blaming the Attorney General, we should also look at the effect now. Any the Ekufuado the MPP mo at the judiciary no. Yatna krom ha Emma Chief Justice to me free case ma afenyo marking. Tokonu in 24 hours not to no di no ajaji. Ade afenyo marking battery shane to. So we could see things near to krom ha Emma easy to me the Assembly Court within 2 minutes. Na ma me we atna so this is how we saw the number of appointment Ekufuado here at a point Ekufuado kwananko opese odinkophobia na expect say obey omo judges. So we need to understand say the judiciary itself, it is not as clean as we are making it look. So there's a lot of cleaning that has to be done. Don't get it twisted. Ope accountability. Ope court people jailed. I want people jailed. But you need to understand, these are things that we all need to understand. Say a process. In China, sometimes I've seen a lot of videos with a couple of there's a gentleman, he's speaking boldly, MPP or NDC opposition or Kasapa. Right now he's speaking, he's angry. And sometimes I'm like, you know something? Just sit back and look at the issue critically. The issue is, do you think that the judiciary is perfect like the legislature? Do you think the judiciary is perfect than the executive? Under Ekufuado, we saw what all these the arms of government ekomu. So we need to understand. So don't sit back and say because Aban sign the judiciary is the purest thing. No, the Chief Justice is in. We have a new government. We need to understand say all these institutions have to go through a new phase. We need to clean them up. We need to make sure say a reshuffling, serious one goes through every single agency, and the judiciary is part of it. Me, I will never sit here and protect the Attorney General. I will never do that. And a job to find ways to get people to court to prosecute them. Odru Kota, who is in charge. Odru Kota, who is in charge. And that does not mean say me kebi am Attorney General. Me Attorney General madam for no. But I'm making you see the reality. And the say one kasa so unya asem ende. Na ochnedu ko jina court. Na in 4 hours you catch say, hey, asem we dey we are say na say me court me lawyer ntie me. So whoever is in court, all that we are saying is we are pleading with the Chief Justice that the judges almost 4 times near Jumawi and that the adjournments are too much. That's all. We are just pleading with the Chief Justice. He should talk to the judges that the adjournment is too much. And like Kanofuriata, last year didn't buy a judge can say ombra. And the original judge to sometimes the Okroma make a been show. Utminya ticket. Na Yasibra court 2 o'clock. Utumi back court at 2 o'clock. Obabeto judge back ho. Yetumi kasa koya ade na sabra in the next 2-3 hours. Obabana judge for frotwa oti wu case no. Judge na eti case no. Sorry obeja note at all about this case. The next day obekono it will be a different judge, but that same different judge will be sitting on your case. And that is how fluid they want cases to be going through our court. But in Ghana, how does it work? Judge me to me leave or to make an adjournment 3 weeks, 1 month. No. So when you're ready, 3 weeks adjournment. Person the adjournment 3 weeks, but making sure say the following week, somebody is sitting in for you. You cannot leave the case there for 3 months, for 1 week, for 2 weeks, and you say you are going to sit home. That is my problem. In Tuba America, case be you to be from maybe when your ticket or court. Obeko judge when on Monday, yes, Sabra Wednesday, Obabana the same judge, another judge the 2 hour case, and nothing will change. It is the same case. I don't intend to mean be Ghana. I don't intend to mean yes, Ghana. It's about the adjournment. 3 months, not Obia adjourn case 3 months. Not chairman want to because you are paying in Amho. Then he feels to say Obia to mean she. I'm not saying say we should force the system to change verdict. No, but the cases needs to be moving. Chairman, want to be cases send down so. How many cases they here? Only one. One is come. How fast is that case going? So we need to get real with ourselves. Let's get real with ourselves. Now, this is another story I want to talk about. So that story was very important to me. United dear. Miamaka. Manchester. Oh, no. Manchester, ankasa no. One time I want to support Manchester. One be no more time. Ebi was in the name say kura. Obi was in the name say band. On say nipa bi more time that naturally. Ebi omo Manchester jersey no support to be. Obi one more time naturally. I say kakawure good team kwasiam penyi bia no. But Manchester ankasa dear. Guys, it's not a small team. Manchester winning. Now, this story is very important. Ghana Education Service directs immediate cessation of all inter-school sport competitions among SHS technical schools in Central Region. Now, you see, and the Ghana Education Service at director say, over Central Region, a year intercono mu yeni nyina no, sa a year intercono omo for tabono to so omunjai for now. And then we have a video of the CID boss. Now, one of the schools strict instructions say they should provide a year inquiry na omo attack other students, no, and yes, their school na nkasa ho be chiromo. Now, the honest truth is, this a year in Takwa I just say yes, so Sonya Maso Ghana for too long. I say do some time I say need jumadi. I say do some time idea you to be solving within a day, no. Now you're prolonging na man I tintin to say you need BBI. The interco problem, no. There are so many branches to it. And the people who are causing this interco fight are old students. The old students of these schools, omuna interco dura, omukoma sankorana encouragement to do what they are doing. We are allowing people who are not supposed to be part of the intercolleges, to be part of the sport event, to infiltrate. It is a way steady intercona pa. So uko intercona ACCA. Mostly old students now, Oma Junior almost say, yeah, the school, no, we don't want to let it go. The intercobi see between your ni omo school way into enkorana bano, ya kwa kwashen korana chi, na ya quiet to trust them. 90% of the old students now, intercono drua, omo ko sa location or ana park hono, ekoye sa dia no. Enya no kwa. Now, we need to also understand the say. Sa free SHS phone ekufu ado de ba no. Now, there are people who are more free SHS are age the crasso. There are so many students are more free SHS. Say, any football age no mu user. And can you free SHS phone ekufu ado start here. Now, your incredible school, with all due respect, they are not supposed to be in school. They are supposed to be learning a trade. They are supposed to be learning a particular skill. But you see, because at a point, your man free SHS here to say, where the obia to me, there are some people who don't have any business to be in school. I'm telling you. There are some people, they don't have any business being in school. There are some people now already so school cry. But right now, the idea then they say, yes, free SHS aba, I was say me a part of it. And yet to go and study. They don't have any end game. They are just part of it because they have seen it say a very easy avenue for them to exploit. So share in Quran more free SHS most of them about 60% of Nkora omugu free SHS about 60%. They are not there because they want to learn, pass, go to tertiary and continue the education. Some of them are just there because you're both free SHS swatch I don't know shame. Sometimes let's be real with ourselves. We are feeding some people we are not supposed to feed for free. We are forcing some people to be in school. Ankasa nkwala and come to me atene fie suade akosua de pam akosua mechanic adwuma bi akosua insanu adwuma betumi kura momo better money than what they are doing. But you see, Ekufo de Jimmy ni be by force free SHS no oni ba omiamo no. Now there are a lot of people who go to free SH not because also go to school, also have discipline, also there the end game no, or he's in a school because almost a free SH is easy access. And some of these kids they join a very serious students and they mess things up. Now I believe say the Ghana Education Service, they should come out with strict laws. Masa, Moman Koran Intias say, Intakoni Drua, the students now move free school hormono. Teachers now move school in Koranico school, one in Koranisha Monsa. The Ghana Police Service should make the schools understand we are going to have policemen there who are not wearing uniform. They are going to be among the students. We are also going to track TikTok. We are going to track social media. If we get to see you misbehaving, say, oh yeah, a criminal, you go to jail. Oh yeah, juvenile, you're juvenile jail. After that, you should set the lines. You see, we are bread, your man for so Ghana. And it's not Asia wana omonkura discipline no. Some kwase same way na nko say GS Education Minister Baptist Okache Ghana for say the next intercolleges say intokwasi na yehu wenim on social media we will send police na a capture na a criminal you are going to jail. Say oh you below 18 years you are going to juvenile jail. You better say you were there for school nim. You see we need to let them know say adena wokoye no. School now that will be your end. Now, when the kids go to the school, and I say when they go to the interco location, and I say a stadium where we are not supposed to mix a Nkwarano with people who just came there to watch. We should be strict about it. This stand, Kotoka stand, for visitors or people who want to come and watch. Whether you are an old student, you are a missed, this is where you are. These stands are for students. We can differentiate and I say we can separate students from Abontene 4. Now the fight now happening with Abontene no. What happens when they say sa video na around no? We are supposed to pick all these videos, identify all these people, go after them, and use that to set as an example for the young ones in school. We can't keep talking. We can't keep having meetings. 2026 na Akorako school na otumi yisikan otumi imagine saying where they have access to guns. Have you asked yourself more painful amount Ghana no? Imagine saying the only thing they don't have access to are guns. When they get access to guns, you can control them. So we need to let them understand fighting at Interco a criminal offense. Put it on paper. Yatigana na nkwasia de na nkwasia kasa ene betena radio so a ne yeka nkwasia brofu ne yehye nkwasia suit. Put a law together. Let the young kid understand that if you have caught into and your own problem Interco, stay home, stay in school. Wow, papa small say bra school. Never den, never sua de, ne pass no. Interco dru now this own problem stay in school. Yen you akwa SSD bida. So why do we sit and entertain nonsense? Why? Say yachi abontini suni na oshe school be uniform na onya part of that school na say oni eyedien ID to prove say or part of the school also go jail. We are all students. I didn't also show uniform. Let's put the rules there. We are all students. When you're coming to watch the event, don't bring any uniform. We are all students. You are not part of the student. Go and sit at where visitors sit. We are all students. Don't let the lines be there. What is this nonsense of yes, some question somewhere so Ghana? Why are we? Why Argentina? Argentina, it's not Ghana. I dare be to be dealing with in a second. Near Kikabro. Why do we have to be? Because see, a Krobia son obia on the right too. But Udi Bonia, Ubongs all right and Kobe Bia. Hey, let those people who think say Omokusian law, they're right, the students right. Momo can kwasi some put the law there. Omne some huna tomo. Omu de omako sua nkwasi abrofu bi na omu say space bi aba no be chere bibi. You know the right of students. You cannot make it strict government. Education Ministry work with the Ghana Police Service, work with the Ministry of Education, Ghana Education Service. Sit down, draft a law and read it to the students. Se ko interco na se ko chew say unsha uniform o kontoko a sack a criminal offense, you can go to jail for 2 years. Say a chew now say unya student of Akraka. Na say okwa to trust them na ya chew na say we old student. No,